Alright, welcome back to the road to better chess. I'm a little bit tired, so this is low tension chess time as we get back on the road and see if we can get a 15 plus 10 game and continue learning as we go. Our online league has started again, so we're not playing as many games in this series right now, but when we have some time it's nice to continue a little bit. Alright, and we immediately have a game, and I will put myself in Zen mode again. And we continue to play our general main stuff. I think the sizing here is a little bit wrong. That looks a little better. Do we have an up and down scroll? That doesn't seem correct. Alright, anyway, we're going to go d4. And let's see what kind of game we get. Alright, an invitation to the French, but we say no thank you. We're going to continue with c4, and it's a Dutch. Alright, we've actually faced quite a few Dutch, but now at least we know it's coming, so we're going to play g3, and I think we're going to try and see if we can get this general plan going. Compared to other ones where, how did people get us surprised? I actually don't quite remember, but they would surprise us a tiny bit. Let's just look at the move order. If I play here, they play out, then I play here, then they castle, then I play here. That's my plan, right? So here we go. Looking at that e4 square. Oh, this is going to be a whatchamacallit, a stonewall. Alright, very popular as well. So now we can play our knight out, we can play our bishop up. I don't really want to. I think I can just play this directly. And then once they play here, I can go here, and our pawn's defended, and our bishop's kind of defended. Or do we just do this? I think I want to play the bishop out once their dark square bishop moves. I think that's slightly better for us. So here, or we just develop our knight. Just develop our knight looks very natural. Here they go over, we go here, defending the pawn. They move. Yeah, okay, I think this is pretty good. No immediate issues. This check doesn't really mean much, I think. We can just immediately hit the queen if it's necessary. I don't really know. I would be a little bit surprised. I'm not sure if this is specifically good for black. Yeah, there's our... Alright, so now we castle, they go up, we go up. Or we just defend our pawn. I think we just defend our pawn to start. And we can still castle if the queen does decide to come. We can still block it with something or other. We could block with the knight even, because this plan still works with the rook on a1. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. I'm not sure about the exact move order for us to get into this, so always good for us to play things that we're not exactly sure about. Good practice. Our league game was against a Tarash, which I have basically no prep against, so that was very instructive. Thankfully, we played a line that our opponent also didn't really have much prep against, and so we basically just played a chess game out of the opening. Alright, let's see. Maybe black kind of knows this plan and they're looking for a way to stop it. I'd be happy to trade off the dark square bishops in any configuration. Not too worried. If you go here now, I castle, and then that dark square bishop plan doesn't really make a whole bunch of sense anymore. If I go here and you jump out, I take, and then my rook comes out. And then your dark square bishop has to run back there. And actually then I can start just opening things up a little bit if I want to. Yeah, here comes the dark square bishop. And I think this is now the point where we do this. So here we go. Did we just make a massive mistake? I'm actually a little bit unsure. Here, no, we just have to block with the queen. Here we block with the queen, and then, the bishop and queen only line up if they take with their queen, which is crazy. So they'll probably take our queen. We have to take back with the king or the knight. Then if they take, we take. we still have a game. But this is probably not ideal. Probably castling was best. I should slow down a little bit. Alright, they're actually just going to give us the Darksword Bishop. Or do we castle and let them decide if they want to... Yeah, because this is actually still fine either way. Yeah, I think we just castle. I don't think there's any reason to rush. That bishop is now still kind of pinned to the rook, so the threat is the same as it was. Okay. Oh, they're actually just gonna let us continue here. Okay. Oh, they just don't want to give us this knight jump. Okay. They don't want to give us the knight jump, eh? Um. Yeah. Now we might have to take. There is also this plan long term to actually close off and start playing on the queen side, but I don't really rate that too much. The plan is to get our knight across the board somehow to there. So we can do like this. I think we're gonna take... Yeah, I think we just... yeah, I mean, I kind of almost don't want to take, but I think I have to. I could also put my queen out. This doesn't interfere with the general plan we would do with our knight, so that's okay. There's no specific squares that they can go to. That's troublesome. If they take here, we take... Oh, then we don't have this, unfortunately, which is kind of what the hope was. Yeah, I guess otherwise we just take... Or we can put our queen here. That also covers everything and still allows us to jump this way. So yeah, this might be an okay move as well. Queen c1. Queen c1 also allows us to... No, we can't jump. If we do queen c1, are they gonna... They can't play out. If they play here... That looks speculative. I don't know where that knight is going here. Or back there. Yeah, I think this move is fine actually. If they take, we still take back. Our queen's covering their knight jumps. They've got nothing immediate. We're not getting our queen off the back rank though, which might be nice. We do cover this square though, if they decide to, but they wouldn't jump that way. If they decide to push, we couldn't take it out. Oh, then we could do this, and then that pawn would be weak. Alright, I'm gonna go queen c1. It's not ideal. You know, we're all kind of leaving the tension here. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to just take, to be honest. I think I'm just supposed to take. Yeah, but this also allows us to take now if we have to, and then chop our own knight out. Yeah, there's no smooth way to get there. We just have to like make a bunch of interesting jumps, you know, to get to that square. That's kind of our long-term plan. Black weaken this e5 square. We're going to try and control it, drop a knight in there, take it off if they trade off one of their knights and they try to keep the other one, you know, then we can just jump it back and forth if we need to. And we also have f3 still to push their knight out of their e4 square. And I think in this general situation, you know, it's the Dutch. Black is quite likely to be looking at a kingside attack. So we'll see. We'll see. The Rook. What is your ELO? What is your username? I am 20 something. I am currently 2054. My username is the same as the channel. It's Flippy Floppy, but I prefer to play on Zen mode to just not get too distracted while the game is going. Oh wow, okay. Now black is doing everything they can to avoid taking. What if we now continue like this? I don't think that really helps us, to be honest, and actually it opens up their light square bishop a little bit, which I don't like too much. If we push, then both our bishops are kind of silly. Then we can push here, and if they push past, we've got nothing really. So maybe it's just time to take and just be like, alright, cool, thanks for your... And then we can do this. Yeah, because we just need our rooks to be connected as well. Alright, we're going to take... GG, you forced us to take. Alright, now we come out with our knight. Here, this doesn't work. There's no way to get to the square. We have to do this kind of thing. Here, if they come at us, if they take, we take back. Our pawns are defended, and they've got a bit of a problem maybe on the long term. If they take with the knight, they just don't have a great knight anymore. And in that case, actually, after they jump there, we can jump out and we can f3. And then we have the d3 square for our knight, and they just don't have an outpost anymore. So I think this is okay. Let's see if they jump their queen here. We continue back. We are covering all of these squares, and we can't push. Yeah, then we have to make a different plan. Alright, but that does seem a little bit bizarro. I think actually I might even push there, and the queen's just getting a little bit not stuck just yet, but a little bit uncomfortable maybe. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this right now. Obviously I can just take, so that's perfectly fine. There is also a plan here of, oh, they would take this way, because if they took there, I could do this, and then I would have my queen helping with the c6 square, which could be pretty great. But they would take with the e-pawn. You know, they've got the knight covering the file, the Lightspeed bishop sees a bit more. Yeah, so I'm expecting knight bd. Knight a6 works after a5 normally, but I'm not sure where your knight's coming with that, to be honest. I can go here, if you take back, I take. I'm still covering the squares, and you've kind of ruined your general pawn structure plan a tiny bit. I don't think that's super bad, but it's not great. We also have e3 as a general move we can play, which also allows us, instead of going 1, 2, 3, we can do a 1, 2, and then 3, which just looks a little bit more aggressive, although it's exactly the same plan. One potential problem with this queen c1 is that our queen isn't off the back rank. And once we play e3, our queen is not on the right color complex. We're not looking through the light squares, which is kind of what we should be doing. So we probably gave a bit of a concession here in trying to get black to take, and they eventually found some nice moves that force us to take. So we'll have to see. Yeah, there does the knight does come. They're going to put it here, I'm guessing. There's no real way for us to combat that just yet. We do have this idea, which comes in. So we can do this, for instance, and once they jump, I can go here. But I don't think it really helps us much. Although we could do this and get our knights in on b6, which the rook might not be there anymore. I don't think that's the right square for it. So we can either admit our mistake with the queen, or we can go here, or we can just continue with our general plan. Here, here, or here, sorry. And then after they jump the knight away, I jump in. And then I can play f3. Yeah, so if I go here, they go here, I go back. I don't know what their knight's specifically doing. I'm going to come here. I'm going to sink a knight in there. Yeah, I don't see any big problems. If they come at us on the queen side, I think we could even just say, like, maybe it's not worth it. Close it off. Your pawn's going to be a little bit isolated. We could potentially play up here at some point later on. If they come out here, that double attacks that pawn, but then that's a fork, so... Yeah, I'm just going to continue the plan, just like this. I don't see any massive problems right now. This move doesn't specifically scare me. We could play h3, but I actually don't think we want to move our pawns much. And until we play e3, our queen is helping on that square. So here, and we can take. Here we can't take, but it's slow. So we're just going to continue. I don't think this matters. It's nothing that you're hitting that matters to me. So here I come. Here I come. It is also even possible to trade off the knight with a knight. But I'm happy to do this. and then figure out, actually, sorry, I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave my knight on d3 because it's doing a good job. And if I jump my f knight, I've got the bishop a little bit more open, and I've got f3 to push their knight away if I need to at the right moment. Yeah, happy to take with the b pawn if I need to. Once I have this knight setup going on, oh yeah, they're actually coming at me, but I think I just close this off. If I take, you take, if I close off, I think long term I'm still just a little bit better. You've got all these light squares, your bishop's going to take forever to get out. And after that, I'm also hitting the pawns. I take this way, do you take this way? And then I can do this and attack your pawn, but you can defend it in a million ways. I'm just going to close off. I don't think this is dangerous. I've got two pawns against their two, and they've got nothing to defend it with. This is now a backwards pawn. I'm coming in with my knight. I'm coming in with my other knight. They're going to have to keep that pawn under lock and key. It's the wrong phrase. They're going to keep it, I have to keep it watched, because otherwise I get a connected passer. Queen back. Are you trying to create some options here, or are you trying to put a knight here to get in there? I'm very unsure what queen back does here, and I can just push, and we're just kind of blocking up the queen side. I do want to jump there anyway. I can do this though, so that whatever you push I can just close off. But then that, oh, okay, this is actually something I should watch out for. I don't want to give your bishop this diagonal, do I? So how do I stop that? Or do I stop that? If I push here and you take the pawn, and I jump over, you can defend it. I don't have a great way to attack it, so maybe I have to do this. Maybe I do this, because then I can push if I need to. If you push, I can take, and your rook is weak. And if you push the other way, yeah, so maybe a3 just here to stop this kind of queen side playing on their side, because I'm happy to play on the king side, given the general control I've got of the situation now. Yeah, I think this is my plan. Knight can't jump anywhere I have to care about. So yeah, so bishop over here, now I can do this. Block it off, and if you take, I take. Your bishop's staring at your own pawn, and I've got a rook on that file, so I don't have to worry about it. At least I don't think so. And after I jump my knight here, my queen can go onto b2 if it needs to help defend the a1 square. This knight's covering there, my queen's also covering there and looking back. Okay, this still feels pretty comfortable. This surprised me. I'm not sure. If you wanna do this, that I mean, that square doesn't work. Oh my goodness! I blanked. I completely blanked. Of course, I hit the queen with my c5 push. Yo, sometimes I'm completely a sheep. Hey Mortamort. Thanks for answering the questions. I did quickly try to answer, but I appreciate you being in there. I hope you're having a good Monday. The weather here is overcast and kind of, what do you call it? Like the air pressure is kind of high. It's a little bit uncomfortable. I saw ghosts now. Yeah, so I saw some ghosts, but actually I think this works out really well. Again, just that bishop goes absolutely nowhere. Thank you very much. You can't get to this square because I'm covering it with my pawns, but I can get to that square because you can't stop me. So yeah, I'm actually quite loving this. But I accidentally thought that this was a move that black had planned for something on the queen side, because now, yeah, this just thank you, and this also thank you, and I don't have to watch it. Yeah, bishop back. Now I go up, and I'm coming in. And I'm coming in with this knight. Gotta remember, I'm coming in with this knight. Actually, I can do this, and then this, and then that knight's trapped, because when you go there, I take you. So they gotta be very careful. They only have one square free for that knight right now. Oh, I can actually do it immediately because there's nothing defending that square. So after here, you go here, I go here, and then after you push g5, I hit your knight, and the knight's just, it's going. You take my pawn, I take back, and the knight's still going. Oh no, hang on. You take my pawn, I have to take the knight. Oh, interesting. Going for this? Oh, trying to trade off my knight, maybe. So if I go here, are you going to take my pawn? But then I take back with a knight. So this just... Oh, this weakens this square, so you could maybe sneak your queen in here. And if I go here, you take with your knight, and then you've got that square free. Ah, okay. Here, 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 you take with your queen. So here, 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 here. I take with my king to protect the pawn. Otherwise I just take, I guess, and I'm just like, sweet, I have my knight, and you don't have your knight. Then I can kick you back, and I can open up the situation. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, you know what, I'm not gonna overthink it. I think this situation is fine for us. I think we can break here and end up isolating the e pawn on the black side, and this c pawn is still a backwards pawn, and if they ever take here, this rook is doing its job. We just have to make sure that there's something helping the rook out, that's all. Yeah, and obviously we're threatening this now, so they got to be a little bit careful, although it doesn't matter because they can take our knight, but we would be taking back here if they let us, and then here, and then here, and then that knight's just never going anywhere. They push, we take it. Yeah, so this is actually a threat now from our side. I think they have to take, we put our knight back, we have a good knight, and we can kick theirs. And after f3 we can go with e4. I don't think we need any additional... Yeah, I think this is perfectly fine. We're going to take with our knight. And the situation is similar, but that bishop is a slight problem. This knight is actually not hitting anything worthwhile just yet. Yeah, so we can take it, but it's not worth it at all. So we're going to start hitting stuff now. Here, you go back there almost certainly. Yeah, because there's nowhere else to go, right? Then we break through. Which way would we take? This way? I'm actually not sure. I'm a little bit unsure here. We hit your knight. So you're coming out there with it. I mean, if you go there, then I'm going to take. So maybe I should just make some improving moves and not really stress about any specific thing right now. Here, here. But what am I actually threatening there? To take this way? Yeah, you have a backwards pawn, but it's hard to attack it. Maybe I bring my queen out. Maybe I bring my queen out first even. It seems a little bit silly. Oh, I can't. Maybe I play h5 here. And then once you start doing this kind of stuff, I hit you. Oh no, then I give up that square. Yeah, taking the pawn is just terrible, right? So I think we just have to do this. And then we go here. And I guess what the threat could be is that we could take your bishop first. And then we could take your pawn. Yeah, I'm not really sure. But anyway, we're going to break. I'm fairly certain we have to break in this game. I don't think there's much to it. If we could ever get the king to move, we could try and do some sneaky discovery situations here as well. After the knight stay, we can also bring our queen in, but there's no actual threat there just yet, you know? Maybe we can go there, but then they hit us, and I don't really know what the plan is after that. Yeah, so queen in only really works for the one little trick, which probably means it's not the best move. Yeah. Oh, I do see one point here, which is we can take the... Oh, but now the bishop's defended. Alright, now you can't... Oh, now I can sit my queen here, because you can't push. You'd have to do this. And then I can go here and take this way. Not that that's specifically good. I can go here. I could also go here, but that's not... This is probably my move. I just don't really know what I'm actually going for, to be honest. Maybe that means it's not the right move then. We go here, they go back or there. And they're coming out here, right? I'm not sure how to do this. Maybe we... Oh, you know what? Maybe we're supposed to take the knight. No, I'm actually not sure. Alright, well, let the learning begin. Because I don't know, we're just going to break. And we're going to see. Like, if they do this, I don't actually know. Oh, you know what? After that, I guess the point is that this isn't a problem, so we can just take. If nothing else, we have that. And bishop there doesn't actually do that much. And you still have to watch your situation there. And we'd bring out our... Oh, if they take with their knight in that case... No, I mean, then we just do this, and we'd be happy to take back the knight and mess up your pawn structure more, or, you know, get onto the open e-file. Yeah, this is a bit difficult. I've never actually gotten to this point in this break, so... We'll have to see. Normally something else happens along the way. Yeah, so if you play out this whole plan with the bishop forever and ever and ever, then eventually I could trade off your queen, and then you have to defend this. But I think the point is I have to start taking pawns now, and I'm not taking towards this side. I'm definitely taking this side, even though it doesn't feel like it matters. I think the point is just we're trying to get scope for a light square bishop. Black is calculating all the takes, which I think doesn't really matter from what I saw. Like, if they take, we're taking back, obviously. If they take with the knight, we take. If they take with the pawn, we take. If they push forward, we take. So we'll see. We will see. Oh, I realized my computer's not plugged in. What? Why not? Oh, the power plug was extending a bit. Alright, looks like... Oh, interesting. Okay, so they're actually trying to get the other side of the board open as well. That's perfectly fine, I think. I think we're happy to play on this side of the board as well. And we have a rook there, which is fine. And now that we're breaking down the structure, our light square bishop might become a bit more useful. Their bishop is still not useful because of this pawn structure. We did have a different in-between move. We could have taken here, because if they do something silly, we can take again with check and we just win a piece. But we didn't. Alright, and we're not taking. Unless there's a specific reason to, we're just gonna leave our rook on a1. They can do something like this, you know, with the idea that if we take, they do this, but we also just, we don't have to take. We can defend it with our queen here or here. It's just, it doesn't really matter. We can also, after this... Oh, that's actually a thing though. If they go here, are we supposed to take and then take here? Yeah, okay, this is a take here. Are we supposed to take this instead? They are threatening our pawn. Here, they take our pawn. And then here, we're threatening a piece. So at that point, I think they have to take back. Or we take and we give them like a isolated passer. But I don't think they can actually defend that passer so well. So maybe we take once, and then we attack the pawn, and they defend it, and we attack it. And they have to defend it with their queen, I think, or they have to come at our pawn, I guess. So take here. If you come at that pawn, actually I can jump back with my knight and defend it. Oh, but then I can't. Okay, so maybe I take, and then I break in the center. Just to... Oh, then you might take this way. No, but then I push. Okay, anyway, we're going to take. We're going to take, yeah. And then I think we're going to start breaking open the center so we can get our light squared bishop in line. So if you go here. So what if I do this now? I'll give you... No, that's fucking crazy. If I block it up now... Take. All of this is still perfectly fine. But I probably want to put my rook in the front. Well, I think I'm going to take once. If you take this way... I mean, you still have that backwards pawn, regardless of how this goes. Maybe I just do this. You attack my pawn. I defend it with my knight. Take. I don't have enough defenders there anymore. So I probably got to take once then. Okay, we're going to take once in the middle. So that the tension is resolved. But we still have this kind of pawn structure, I think. Even if they go this way, then we have two connected passes. That's got to be good. Then we're going to put our queen here and our rook here. And we're going to try and push our pawns. Yeah, if you take this way, I can push immediately as well. Disconnect your bishop from this pawn. And then I can continue with my b pawn. And if you stop it, I can cry about it, I guess. Then I can put my queen here. Forcing you to trade, maybe. Take. Then I've got like these three pawns for passing. And this isolated one is not on a light square, so the rook should be sufficient to defend it. Yeah, so they want to take this way maybe, but that actually gives us... I think they have to take this way. If they take this way, I could also take here and then push. Or take this way, take here. Yeah, and then like if they take with their queen, we can hit it. And it's covering the squares they would need to attack this pawn, so we can push. And then we just got two connected passes, which should be, if we play right, should be good enough. So I'm expecting this. After which, I think I'm gonna... I think it's time to move my queen somewhere. Honestly, a little bit unsure exactly where. But maybe just do this. Well, actually, just this, sorry, just this. Because if they do here, this pawn is getting a bit weaker, right? So here, I'm attacking this, you have to defend it probably, I attack it again. With the knight, unexpected, attacking all of these squares. Didn't see that coming. Maybe this was a mistake on my part, because now we go here and they can attack it again. That's not ideal. Maybe we have to bring our own knight back to help defend. I can defend it once, and then you attack it again. I can defend it twice though. I mean, you know what? This is probably good enough. Oh, no, this is good enough. This is good enough. I'm covering the pawn and defending against your knight's jumps. Then I can bring my rook out, defending again if I need to. This pawn is still weak, and after I play f4, I can snap off your knight. And then even if you do something like this, I should probably have some way to make progress, right? I don't actually know. Alright, well, we're putting our opponent under pressure at least, which is good. I'm expecting this. After which we just move our rook over as well. They could also start going for our d-pawn, which is a long-term weakness, but currently it's blocked off by two of their pieces. Yeah. And eventually after we jump our knight back. Well, actually, no. Here, and I'm going to snap off that knight. I think Yeah, I think the knight is better than the bishop still, so we will do that. If they do nothing, I'm taking the pawn. I think. Do I have to? Or I snap off the knight first? Then they do this. Oh, then I probably put a rook behind my pawn so I can push it. Oh, they are coming for it. Yeah, so we just defend. I think there's not much to it. If you jump your knight, we're all good. And now we're still threatening this pawn. The only way to defend it is with your queen or with your rook. If your queen moves, I'm not really sure. Do I have anything here? I still have this idea maybe. So instead of snapping off the knight, I can get my light square bishop a bit more active. But I do think taking the knight is, yeah, I do think taking the knight is actually best. If they take, we take back, so we're not going to fall for that. And I can take a pawn here. Then they get a jump in here, which feels uncomfortable. Maybe I'm supposed to jump my knight back first. They can get their knight in there. Maybe I'm supposed to take. Then they take. Then I have isolated pawns. That's a good move. I am not sure what to do. If I take here and they jump here, I'm kind of screwed with this fork. If I go here and they take with the rook, I take back, the pawn takes. I got nothing really. Maybe my... Where do you go from there? Which of these matter? Not too many. Yeah, I think this is fine actually, and we can kind of still threaten the... Doesn't work. I think this is the move. They jump their knight in, and then we get our light square bishop a little bit more active as well. And actually, once they jump their knight, then we can take this pawn. So yeah, I think this is it for us. That pawn is also defended by our knight, which is great, and our queen. Uh, Actually, in this case, I guess I could even take. Okay, now they're coming out with their bishop, maybe there. Um, here I could hit you, so maybe this is our move. Here, and you take and you take. I could still get you, and your knight comes out. Uncertain. Alright, I think this is okay. We're covering that with the knight already, but yeah, we probably want to take with the bishop if we can. If they take, we take back. They can't go there. We're still covering this pawn. They have this jump with the knight. We also have a backwards move with our knight, which could be good depending on how we want to use it. So getting our knight into d6 could be good. I'm actually a little bit unsure. Yeah, bishop up there I feel actually isn't that bad for me. You're threatening this, but I could also defend it this way. Actually, this might be good. And then after you jump, then that pawn hangs. So after you jump, maybe I do this. No, but then you go back here. So here and you jump. There's nothing here I have to worry about. I can probably just take the pawn, to be honest. I think this is my move. Defending backwards. You take, I take. You bring a rook over there. I think I'm just going to hit your bishop. The pawn is defended by my queen and my bishop and my knight right now, which is quite nice. And white has got two isolated pawns. Okay, so they do take this way. We're going to take back. This probably also means we eventually want to try and move our king up. Yeah, they come over here. I mean, this is still, it's adequately defended. You've got two attackers, I've got three defenders. So maybe I go over here. What if I just take your knight now? You take back this way, and then I'm just like, sweet. Here, your bishop goes back there. Maybe this square is weak. Maybe I take and then I push, and then I bring my knight in. I like this. I like taking first, and then pushing, and then my queen, my my king can come in. Like, well, this actually it's sufficiently defended, so I can actually do. No, I think this is better. Here, And now this pawn is weak. I can bring my rook over. I can bring my king up. My knight is uncontested. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this. None of these squares. This square is the only one you could really go to. But I can go back. Or I can also just snap off and mess up your pawn structure. So here, here, and then this way your queen. Oh man, yeah, I don't want to do that. Maybe just rook over to the open file. You could put your rook there, which is a bit uncomfortable for me. Then I have to defend. Maybe here. I might have to drop. Oh, but then I have this, which could be good as well. Here, and I can take there. Yeah, okay, let's just go over to the open file. This is still defended. We are super low on time now. I've got to be careful. Rook comes in, then I think we might take, because that looks pretty good, right? Bring our queen over. Yeah, I don't think that's the biggest problem, to be honest. But I don't know what to do against it. What about this? Still defended. And then what about this? And if I take that pawn, I'm down in exchange, but I've got a really good knight. I also have the back rank, but there's nothing there right now. So I think it's king up is the move now. They're probably going to start pushing these pawns. I have to bring my queen across. If I'm not going to take this bishop, I need to move my queen. So maybe here, king up. If the pawn moves, I can take. Wow, would they actually do that? I wonder. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here, so I'm just going to go back. If they snap off, I'm taking with my rook. I want to keep this diagonal closed. Oh, now they're actually going to do this. Do I have any better moves here? Here, if you push, I can take. No, but if you push, I take. That's not a big deal. And then if you push again, so if I go out of the way now, you push. So here maybe is good for me. Here, you take a push again. I can still block. I could also have gone back actually and tried to take. Shit, I should have tried that maybe. Yeah, not sure. But I feel like this might be strong for us. Also maybe just king up. Oh shit, I missed that was hanging. Oh no. Alright, we're kind of going for broke here. Check, king goes back. Yeah, no, we don't have a smothered mate, unfortunately. Oh, we did have that pawn. Shit. I didn't realize that was hanging. Yeah, we have to go back. And then once they attack there, we can take here. Oh, that's check though. Shit, everything's kind of falling apart right now. This is not good. Oh, I'm really not sure where to go. Back here. You can get me from the back with a check. Alright, this pawn is also hanging. Things are looking rough. Things looking really rough all of a sudden. Oh no. Alright, I think we just crumbled. What to do, what to do? Ugh, that's unfortunate. I think we were winning until we weren't. Yeah, I don't think this matters too much. You can go there, I can go into the corner. Okay, our opponent is also clearly scrambling. They still have this, unfortunately. Although we can go here to hit it. Oh, we can go here first, and then we can go here to hit it. But there's nothing there, unfortunately. Oh, okay, wow, they're really just... Are they looking for a draw? They're attacking this, I can go there, take a pawn. I also have this still. If I could just find a way... Oh, shit. Oh, I think I maybe had a plan there. I can take this, they push again. Shit me here. Oh, no, this is covered now. Oh, that's very dangerous. Where am I supposed to go here then? That undefends the knight. Oh, man. This is getting lethal. Oh, hang on, that square isn't defended. Okay, okay. Yo, 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 yo. After we go there, we can also jump our rook over. Oh, that's scary. Okay, now we're going to block up. Come here with your queen. Take, take. Yeah, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Oh, up there? Interesting, I didn't see that. Is this a perpetual? Or even worse? Here. Yeah, their rook coming over is very dangerous for us. Over there. Bishop coming over. Oh man, okay. Here we go back. Defending again. Alright, we've got some pawns back. Oh, we've got some pawns back. Not the end of the world just yet. There's still this perpetual, which... Oh, I can do this though. Take, take. And it's not double defended. So we would lose the pawn. Okay, I'm going to repeat once because I don't know if we can survive. Yo. Oh man. So our opponent blundered, but we didn't realize it. We have this. Okay, this is forced. We have this which blocks the rook. If you push, I can check and take the bishop. So this might be a move if we get one in. They're coming for the same thing. If I go here, they take, they take the pawn, I take rook up. Comes back to our... no, I don't think that works for me. I need them to do something else. I need them to do something else. And then I think this move is pretty good for us. That potential fork also... okay. GG. Oh, I think we were better. Hang on, let's see. As soon as they took that pawn, they let go of the other one, right? But we also did. Okay, so here, here, here. I think this is okay. I think this is okay. That was a great move. F4, really good move by them. Yeah, I think this was okay. Still okay. Still okay. Still okay. I think taking the knight was correct. That's fine. Rook over. So at this point, I'm starting to wonder, like, where else should my rook have gone here to block this? Or here? Like, maybe my rook was supposed to do this, you know? To stop them, give them no squares to come into with their light square bishop. But we did this instead. Here, here. And then in this situation, maybe king up was best. Because if they do this, you know, they're just hanging a piece. I take with check, I can come back and pick up the pawn. Anyway, we didn't see that. And here I completely missed my b pawn was hanging. And here I could have taken, and then they would check, and I would come back, and then I would lose a pawn anyway. And then they definitely would have taken that pawn. So yeah, okay, so this wasn't ideal either. Yeah. Check again. Probably in this case, I'm supposed to go here. So that if they check, I can block, and there's no... Is that a perpetual? Here. Oh, maybe this is just a perpetual either way. Alright, anyway. Okay, so here they give us a pawn. Thank goodness. Block that pawn up. Grab that pawn back. Also defending, which is great. It's 3-3. We both have a passer. Same distance in advanced. My rook is a bit more passive. Theirs is active. My queen is maybe a bit more active. I don't know. Maybe this is just a draw. Oh wow. Okay, and in the opening, let's double check the opening quickly as well. Yeah. So I think here actually, after here, Queen C2, Queen C1 is not great. I think we just have to give up on this fancy plan. Play up here. And if they take, we take, and then we can go back. Or just take, and just be like, cool, you can take the tempo, but your dark square bishop isn't doing much. Yeah, I was very happy with a3. I thought that was a great move to allow b4. I'm really sure that white's better here if anyone is. I think this is still good for us. Yeah, honestly I think we were slightly better the whole time until we messed up. So here the move is probably rook b2. You have to defend your pawn. That bishop can't come in anyway. And importantly, I can't take immediately because you come in with check, and that's a disaster because I'm not double defending my f-pawn, so I can't just snap the bishop. Here even, probably, you know, king up or something is probably better. Also, after king up here, you know, like the pawn is double defended, so then if I ever get a chance, I could take with my knight, although I don't actually know where I would jump it right now. Yeah, I kind of misplayed it a little bit in time trouble. Dropped the pawn, and then I think black kind of let us off the hook by not here. What did I miss? Here, they didn't take the c pawn. I thought this was losing. I thought this was clearly losing, but oh, you know what? There's a smothered mate, and I just saw it, unfortunately. Here, and if you go there, it's mate, so you have to go back. Then I go here, you have to come forward. Then I go here, you have to go back, and then here, and then smothered mate. Okay, so black actually saw the mate that I didn't see it yet. Yeah. Alright, let's see if the engine can tell us anything new about the situation. Alright, opponent was 21-30. Nice playing up. Very nice to play up. I'm glad to play more strong opponents. In that case, also happy to get a draw, although I feel like we were probably the ones with chances. So here we're going for a Dutch. Man, we faced so many Dutches so long actually in this series. Knight f6, bishop g2, c6 and d5 can transpose. I've realized it doesn't actually matter which way you go. Knight f3, d5, castle is the main move. b3 is okay, but it's not good. Bishop f4, I wouldn't have done that. Yes, I'm just supposed to castle. I played b3 instead. Castle, oh no, okay, now I'm like, here we go, we transpose back in. And here bishop xa3 is the line that I expected. Knight x, and then now we're going to jump on knight like this to get in there. It's important to get to the d3 square. d3, f3 is kind of the plan that we play for against the stonewall. Because they've weakened that square, we want to own it if we can. Alright, but they didn't do that. They jumped their knight in instead. Queen c1! Whoa, hello! Okay. Alright, so bishop x, yeah, not best. Queen c1, queen c2, both good moves. We'll see what the engine says in a bit, but yeah, okay, wow. So queen c1, Masters played it as well. Anyone I know? No. Anyway, Masters played it as well, so clearly it's not the worst. a5, knight e5 in this position. Interesting. Knight d, bishop x, knight x, cx, cx, knight d, x, x, back f4. I don't think I would have done this. I don't want a pawn there. That really ruins the whole like value of what I think the Dutch gives us. Alright, knight c3. Yeah, we're still at least one game here. Queen b2. No, we just jump back. Okay, we're out of master games. Let's quickly see in top lead chess if someone did something similar as well. 2000 and over, rapid and classic only. d5, b3. Yeah, some people play b3, bishop d, castle, or bishop a3. Yeah, castle apparently better though. Bishop x scores so well for black here. Wow, I wonder why. Queen a5, could you drop a piece? Because we didn't castle. Oh man, that is bad news. Alright, so hang on, did our opponent just miss this? Yeah, minus 3.8. Oh. Alright, we got off the hook with our terrible terrible move order. That is lucky. Alright, queen c1, yeah, some people get queen c1, it scored okay. Knight e5, again, only move we find here. Knight e5, a4, bishop x, queen x, c5. Yeah, I did think c5 is kind of an idea against this a push, but only, I guess, after it gets here, because you can go past it, and then that pawn's going to be weak. Yeah, and you don't want to trade off, and you want to take back and keep that, and they're going to try and liquidate the position. Okay, maybe black has fair play there anyway. Alright, okay, and no one did that. Alright, so I was happy with everything, but clearly I'm completely messed. Like, I had a tingle. I had a tingle that maybe there was a problem in the opening. But I didn't look at it quite properly. Orek 56. 21 rapid and classical. Wow, okay. And then, yeah, also some other stuff which I don't care about too much. Joined a year ago. Nice. And they're from, was it Russia? Yeah, Russia. Okay. Blunder, bishop a3. Oh no, and we were worse in the endgame as well. Alright, I mean, if our opponent doesn't find it, right? But, hey, we even gained two rating points. Okay, we also were better at some point, which I knew. I knew I was better at some point, although I didn't know it was better here after queen x d2. Clearly there was a better move than rook e. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, we were better in the middle game, I knew that. Oh my goodness. Okay, watch that accuracy drop as the evaluation goes. Black 99%. Okay, never mind. 79. 74. 3 blunders, 5 blunders. Oh, this was messy. Alright, let's just have a look. Yeah, so bishop a3 here completely wrong before we castle. Thankfully they didn't see it. Alright, I'm just gonna do a basic review here. Apparently they should have played B, but okay, I mean this is... Okay, now we're just better. So after this, best move c5. Happy for it. Actually, a memory I have playing against Julian Song in the Kyoto Open last year in December or November. We played closed Catalan, open Catalan, and they played this kind of plan, and I decided, all right, well, let's go for it, and I took. But you should play c5 and block it up because you're playing against a weak bishop, so lesson for me. Alright, so I'm slightly better, I know I'm slightly better. Okay, apparently that wasn't best. Alright, just kicking the knight away is best. Okay. Alright, yeah, so kicking the knight away reintroduces the problem for black. If they go back there, we have this idea of jumping and kicking, and then they might be in trouble. Alright, we just traded off. We're still slightly better. Oh, and immediately taking that is plus 2.6. Okay, so let's see if we take fx, and then we liquidate the queen side, and we've just got this incredible knight versus this really rubbish bishop. Oh wow, okay, we'll look at this a little bit more, but I actually think I remember from a different game where it was like, take the knight, every move is like, take the knight. Okay, so f3 feels like the plan, but actually it seems like if you do this structure, just playing good knight, bad bishop is the way to go. Oh, let me just the way I'm sitting. Very uncomfortable on the ground. Alright, so lesson. Take the knight. If we're playing against the bad bishop, take the knight. Okay. We're still a little bit better. We're still a little bit better. Oh, here we're supposed to just defend and attack the pawn. Okay, we took an out of our advantage is kind of crumbling completely. Okay, but then after they do that, oh, hang on, we could have taken this pawn. Oh, because ours is defended. Yeah, but I didn't want this knight. I was getting scared of the knight there because this looks like a problem, right? Ah, because your queen's hanging. And after this, your rook's hanging. Oh, I did not even calculate. I just saw the fork. I saw this and I was like, oh, I'm lost. But I see here, queen has to move or take. And I've just won 2 pawns. If you take, your rook's weak. Ah, yeah. If we had time to calculate a bit more. Still slightly better. Yeah, and now we're better again. Take the knight was correct. And take the pawn. Take the pawn, and then what if they... Oh, yeah, bishop e8 to defend. Okay, and there was a whole line there where we're tiny better. Okay, but I thought if I take, they're going to take my pawn. Then I pin it against the rook, or I just take your other pawn, and I've just got 2 connected passes. Okay. Alright, so incorrect, incorrect, incorrect. Yeah, and here we're supposed to push. I didn't quite... I mean, I saw the idea that at some point you could try to push, but what happens here? Alright, apparently I'm still slightly better. I've got a connected passer, but I've also given you 2 connected passes, which seems insane. Alright, this was apparently not a mistake. King f2 was not a mistake. This is a mistake, and I'm actually winning. Queen f, so coming in around your king, and just king up, getting out of the checks. Okay, king up, getting out of the checks. And if you take here, I go here and I can trade off. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. And I'm plus a billion. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, we've got to know this pattern around the king, right? So here, my threat is to go here, you go back, I go there. If you take, I take with my rook incoming. How am I winning this though? So let's say you fall asleep. Mate in 4. What am I missing? Oh, this is the mate in 4 I saw earlier, the smothered mate. Ugh. Alright, so we missed that. We didn't realize there's a chance. And then after this, we still had a chance. All we had to do was walk away without giving checks. Ah, I literally gave them the draw. And now they're better. They're actually winning. Okay, but then black. Oh, this is 1 for the repetition. Yeah, okay. 2, 3. Okay. Oh, wow. Alright, much to learn. We and our opponent both played quite rubbish at some point, but at least we have a fairly good structure against the stonewall. And even if someone like knows this opening, I don't think they can get any immediate advantage because it's such a slow game. So yeah, that was the game. And thank you very much to everyone who came past and said hi. The Rook, thank you for coming past. Mortamort, thank you for coming past. I see there's a few viewers right now. Appreciate you saying hello. Please consider liking and subscribing and all this amazing stuff, specifically subs, trying to grow the channel's numbers a little bit, but no stress either way. Appreciate you coming past. See you in the next one. Keep on walking, keep on improving. Bye bye.